Hey riders, it's Reggie. I want to talk to you about our new lube and bike wash partner, WD-40 Bike. And they're on this year to help us with both of those things. So in the support area, in the start-finish straight of the Warkworth Fairgrounds, we've got a spot there with lubes and also hoses for washing your bikes down. So it's important on the ramble because you're out there for at least 3 hours. If you're Dan, you're out there for maybe 10 hours. So that's a long ride for your chain to take without re-lubing partway through. So the stations are super handy there. The tables are right there. You ride right past them beside the Cow Palace, and these bottles are sitting there. We've got wet and we got dry lube. So those options are available before you start, in between your loops, after your loop, or after your ride. You can lube up, you can wash your bikes as well. Also, WD-40 is providing us with these little squeeze samples, which are gold when you're out on big rides and you don't have a support station. Stick these things in your saddlebag, because when you're out and your chain is drying up, or you've been riding through water and it's just, there's no lube left, you can use one of these. One of these little things will do your whole chain, and that'll be good to get you home for sure. So you'll be getting those in your race bags on each of the days of Reggie Gravel Fest. Super helpful after the event. So great to have WD-40 bike on for the event. And I just want to talk quickly about the wet versus the dry conversation, because a lot of people wonder what's the difference or which one should I use. So basically, without talking lube science and more hands-on experience, wet lube is for when there's water, and dry lube is for when there's no water. So you might be out in the rain, you might be going through water crossings, those kinds of things. If you know that's going to happen, wet is probably your best bet. If it's going to be a dry ride, dusty, that kind of thing, then the dry lube is probably going to be a good option for you. Some people will say dry is just like water, it's not doing anything, so you got to use wet all the time. What you'll find with wet is that it is actually a little on the sticky side. It's got more substance to it. Even when you shake them in the bottle, they don't sound the same. This one sounds like water in here. So this one is very light. It does the job. It'll be great for one loop of the ramble, and then you probably want to reapply. The wet version is going to stick, and it'll have some substance on your chain. You might pick up some stuff, but it's going to last a little bit longer, and that might be what you want. So that's kind of my hands-on differentiation between the two options. I think they're both great. If I know I'm riding in dry conditions, I just stick with the dry, and then I reapply every time I ride. If I know it's going to be wet, or I know the conditions or the ride is going to be long, then I switch over to the wet version. So that's a quick 101 on how to choose between the two. Anyway, fantastic to have WD-40 Bike as part of the ramble this year, with the samples, with the stations in the start-finish area, and look forward to seeing you in Warkworth.